Hello, welcome to another video. I am very sorry for my update schedule is very stagnant, and thank you for waiting this long for me to upload another video. Today is about the Chimera, and this tank is possibly one of my most favorite tanks to play in the entire game because it's really unique for a tank of this class. Normally, you would expect a medium tank at tier 8 to have a normal 90mm or 100mm, possibly even 105mm gun, but this tank has a 130mm gun with a surprisingly high accuracy, and combined with the speed that this tank has, with the right playstyle, this tank will be an absolute monster in the battlefield. And I haven't managed to be able to harness the full power of this tank just because it has so many things to its advantage. I haven't been able to use all of it at once. Most notably, the special consumables, those are very important on the tank. So, one of which is the consumable that allows you to aim better, so there's a 40% reduction to dispersion and aim time, and that is extremely important in getting shots off, and you can pull off some ridiculous snapshots once you get used to it. And as you can see in this video, and in all the games that I play in this tank, I do not use it, and I keep forgetting, and there are many chances that I miss that I could have used it and I could have pulled a shot off that would have sort of changed the game course, and as a result I kind of lose. And yeah, today I will be showing you how this tank should be played and how not to use this tank, showing scenarios to you in this video. And if you see now in the first game, well, I do really well, and this is mainly because I stay with the team. This tank is extremely team dependent. Well, that's mostly like every tank in the game. This is a team-based game, therefore you should stay with the team. I don't do that. Today I felt really independent and I only moved with myself. I didn't really pay attention where the team was going, so that was my mistake. I didn't move with the team, so therefore we lost. And there are multiple games here where I show what you shouldn't do.
Vehicle destroyed.
You be isolated. If they find out that you're isolated and they push you, then you're basically dead. You'll be clipped by Lorraine 40Ts, just like what I did. I got clipped by a 40T and I got totally owned and wrecked. So just keep a constant eye on your team. So I tried a different numbered playstyles, one of which is just normal, ordinary medium flank style, which worked okay. While against other mediums, brawling wasn't really... against tier 7, it was really good. I managed to bully a T-3485, a Dracula, and a IS tank, which was... really good. I tanked some shots for my teammates so they would survive, and yeah, that is really important as well. You need to know your armor as well. The armor profile is very unique as well. This is one of the tanks that are really hard to get used to because the upper part is very nice. The armor, in terms of armor, it's very nice and thick and angled. However, the lower part of the hull, it's not just the lower glacis. The part of the upper glacis is vulnerable to enemy fire and can be penetrated easily. So you really need to pay attention to that. And if you get to the high ground, then you can cover that part, and using the gun depression you can get really nice shots on. It has 10 degrees of gun depression. It really is nice. You can angle the hull to a degree that no shell can pass through it. The only problem really is your turret. Well, with the turret, if you see the battle at Middleburg where I angle my turret toward the 40T, it works sometimes, and it's better than nothing. Although I know that the turret has really weak side armor, however, the frontal armor, when it's just angled just slightly, it gives that little bit of boost in armor stats where you can just bounce shells with just the slightest angle, because it's basically vertical armor plating, and it's important that you pay attention to that, because you will notice that people will aim for that. And this is one of the reasons why I like this tank, the armor, and just the general uniqueness of this tank is very it's a hell of a tank to play. I do recommend to buy this tank. I think everyone can play this tank if once they have reached tier 8. If you're a noob, then just don't buy it. That's just common sense. I don't know why you would buy it. However, as always, if you want to get a tank like this, then you should just wait for a sale and just do it that way. And right now the Christmas event is going on, so you should see what the price is and then just snag a Chimera. That would be really nice. That really high alpha is very nice on the Chimera. Just be aware that your reload is really long, and it's only about 4.6 rounds per minute, which is low. And if you played the T-34-2, which has a 122mm or the 120mm gun, it's a similar playstyle to that, but of course a little bit more aggressive. Just don't be too aggressive. I showed this, I made a mistake of pushing too far, and I get fucked because of that. One little mistake just brings the whole match down, so please be careful of that. And yes, the shell velocity is okay. You can hit your targets, you can snapshot. It's not too slow. It's kind of a medium velocity gun. The penetration's a-okay. It's really all there is for its uniqueness, the gun and the armor profile. And the final thing actually is the speed. The speed is really, it's phenomenal. On
Speed. I am speed.
the Chimera, because it goes 50 kilometers per hour forward and 20 kilometers per hour reverse. Don't be fooled by the speed, because once you turn, it loses a lot of speed, so don't really expect to outrun any light tanks or medium tanks that are trying to chase you through urban environments. Yeah, you will have some difficulties running away from them, so you really need to choose your positioning carefully. I also tried out another playstyle as a support heavy support tank, and it did pretty well. I was able to take out important targets that are able to counter heavy tanks, such as tank destroyers and other enemy heavy tanks. And I think that personally, I liked the heavy support tank better, because I was able to hide behind the more heavily armored tanks, such as the Object 252U or the Tiger II, or other Russian heavies like the IS-3 or the T-32, because they have I use them as my meat shield, and whenever they fire fire at them, then I can just peek out and then shoot. If it's a RHM or a SU-130, there you see a lot of those in tier 8. You can high explosive for, you know, a good 400 600 damage. And that's the great thing about this gun. You can put enemies out of action so quick. And people who like you know, every shot matters, you know, high alpha, you know, very nice penetration. The penetration is really good at over 200 millimeters. You can further expand that with calibrated shells, or I just use gun rammer. If you just do that, then, you know, if you like that playstyle, then this is totally the tank for you. Also, the dispersion is really nice, 0.326 for this gun. With this type of gun, it's a very large caliber. It's more accurate than a lot, well, basically all of the Russian heavies, and because they usually have 0.4 dispersion, and it can be further increased using the special consumables. So I feel that there is no need to get the refined gun, instead get more aim time, because you really want to relocate using the speed that you have, 50 kilometers per hour. I cannot stress enough that how good that is for, you know, a tank like this. And you use that speed to get around to support, because, you know, it's important. If you want to play a support heavy role, then this is a good, you know, tank to play, because you can get around to different, you know, flanks if they need help, and you really need to be aware of that. Well, that was Chimera. Thank you for watching this video, and I will come back very soon.